What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Coffee Break Tuesday. Sit back, pour your little cup of coffee. I'm going to sip one with you. And we're going to discuss a topic that I think is extremely important. Why you should build your own personal library. So, that being said, let's just jump in.
Bells ringing, birds singing, hello, good morning.
A few years ago, I read a book called 1984. It's a relatively unknown book, not many people have heard about it, by some guy named Orwell. And in that book, there is a man by the name of O'Brien. And you could say he's the bad guy. And he makes the main character, Winston, recite a line that has stuck with me over the years. The line Winston was made to recite was this: "Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past." It sounds like a riddle, but if you read the book, it makes sense. The past is colored in by the history that we record and keep. The gatekeeping of this history cannot fall into the control of a single institution, organization, or even an individual. It's not safe for that to happen, because natural and even political disasters can occur. Think of the Library of Alexandria, the Nazis burning books. The past can also be controlled by revision, manipulation, editing, abridgment, and motive. And as we enter into the new age of information with the increasing use of AI, coupled with the politicalization of everything, and the dilution of truth through the social media, we all need to step back for a second. If we allow AI, tech companies, or political ideologies to control the present, it may eventually control the past as well. And if you control the past, you can make policies to improve the future. AI has the potential, if allowed, to dilute the quality of writing by opening publishing up to AI-generated work. I can ask AI to generate a 100-page book on Socrates' impact on the Western culture, and a few minutes later, I can start selling ebooks. I can throw an AI voice over it and upload an audio version. What is real? What is fake? What is truth and what is fiction? It will come so fast that no one will know, and most will not have the willingness to care. For this reason, I think it is more important than ever to start building out your own personal library. Books you can touch, books that are meaningful. There is a power in the control of information. It has been a source of war, rebellion, religious persecution, crucifixion, and even death by hemlock. Now, we can get into that in a different video, but you have the power to take back control of knowledge by participating in the safeguarding of it. And I'm not going to tell you what books should be or what books should not be on your shelf. You know, we all have different interests and beliefs. And honestly, I respect your ability to choose wisely. But you should, at a minimum, at least have some books on your shelf. Moving into my second part, I want to quickly discuss a couple of issues that I am seeing and I have read about. And these issues make having old books on your shelf more important than ever. Ones that have not been abridged, edited, or altered in any way. While looking up a book on John Locke, I found this review on Amazon from a guy named Chris. And this is just a fragment of his comment, but it will get the gist of what he wrote. Also, Winkler has abridged out every instance, such as on page 184 and 185, where Locke talks about what a man is and is not. I began noticing this early on, but it is quite conspicuous if this is compared to chapter 50 of the unabridged audiobook, which would seem that he is not only abridging, but censoring to promote an agenda. There was also a recent article I read in NPR about publishing houses editing and revising the language to be less offensive in certain books. The books mentioned were Matilda and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Words like fat had to be replaced. It sounds Orwellian, but such are the times. Now, we've all heard about the banning of books. Both sides of the political spectrum seem to be playing tit for tat with that. And then also, the more books that enter into public domain after the copyright time frame is passed opens the content up to alteration. A quick Google search on public domain book alterations came up with this. Even though something might be lost when classic books are updated, there is also gain when books are updated for inclusivity. It's beyond political. It is essential for each of us to participate in the safeguarding of knowledge. That is, if you are willing. A physical library is more than just a status symbol. It's more than just a personal playground to let your mind explore the great works and the stories of the past. It's more than just a YouTube backdrop. Personal libraries, even if they are small, hold a value every individual should cherish. And I think it's important to acquaint yourself with your library as well. There's no point in getting a dog if you're unwilling to pet it. We should all read as well as build. With that being said, we're going to cover how to create a library on a budget in next week's coffee break. A personal library is actually very cheap to build out with patience, consistency, and some resources. So thanks so much for tuning in. I truly hope you got something from this video, and I hope you find some good books to add to your library. As always, my roasted coffee is in the link below, along with a couple of the links to the info I mentioned in this video. You can use the code THECOST for 15% off your first order. And with that being said, the break's over. Stay blessed, and I'll see you very soon. Love you all. Thank you.
Woo!